An Introduction to the Devout Life by St. Francois de Sales. Book 3, Chapter 20. On the Difference between True and False Friendships. Take notice that the Heraclidan honey, which is so poisonous, resembles that which is wholesome. There is great danger of mistaking the one for the other, or of eating them together, and the goodness of one would not counteract the hurtfulness of the other. You must beware that you be not deceived in your friendships under any excuse whatsoever, for Satan often deludes those who love. They begin with holy love, but without care it will be sullied by frivolous, sensual, and even carnal affections. There is danger even in pure spiritual love, but deception is more difficult in it, for its purity and clearness directly show the stains that Satan would eagerly have on it, for which reason he sets to work only the more subtly. You may distinguish holy and virtuous friendship from that of the world in the same way that the Heraclidan honey is distinguished from that which is good. Heraclidan honey is sweeter to the taste than the latter, owing to the aconite which is in it. And worldly friendship generally offers many sweet words, flattering and passionate speeches, and praises of beauty, elegance, and sensual qualities. But holy friendship speaks a simple, honest language, and only praises the goodness and grace of God, who is its firm foundation. And as that deleterious honey produces giddiness in those who eat it, so false friendship produces giddiness of the mind, causing those who share it to totter in their purity and devotion, and leading them to affected, wanton, and immoderate looks, sensual caresses, inordinate sighs, little complaints about not being loved, slight, furtive, and enticing glances, gallantries, kisses, and unusual familiarities and favors, the certain and indubitable presages of an approaching ruin of chastity. But holy friendship has no looks except what are simple and modest, no caresses but those that are pure and sincere, no sighs but for heaven, no familiarities but those of the soul, no complaints but that God is not loved, the infallible signs of purity. The Heraclidan honey blurs the sight, and worldly friendship blurs the judgment, and makes people imagine that they do well, when really they are in sin, and induces them to accept all their false excuses and pretexts as substantial reasons. They fear light and love darkness. But holy friendship has a clear light and does not seek to hide itself, appearing willingly before good men. Lastly, the Heraclidan honey leaves a bitter taste in the mouth, and so worldly friendship turns to evil, to anger, impurity, jealousy, confusion, irritation. But true friendship is always pure, courteous, and loving, and only changes to a yet more perfect and holy union, which is a lively representation of that blessed love which we shall enjoy in heaven. St. Gregory Nazianzen says that the peacock making his cry, when he struts and displays his tail, greatly excites the animal passions of peahens. So when we see a man dress himself up and draw near to flatter and wheedle and whisper in the ears of a woman with no pretension to lawful marriage, without doubt it is in order to incite her to impurity. And a virtuous woman will close her ears to the cry of this peacock and the voice of the charmer who seeks to enchant her. But if she hearken to him, what a bad sign it is of the future loss of her heart. Young people who indulge in looks, grimaces, and caresses, or speak words in which they would be unwilling to be surprised by their fathers, mothers, husbands, wives, or confessors, bear witness that their conduct is not that of honor and conscience. Our Lady was troubled on seeing an angel in human form, because she was alone. And he praised her greatly, although his praise was heavenly. O Savior of the world, purity fears an angel in the form of a man. Why then does not impurity fear a man even in angelic form, when he pours forth praises, sensual and human? End of chapter 20.